Real estate and sales magnate Grant Cardone always tells people to not buy houses. Then he goes and breaks his word and buys a beach house in Miami and a beach house in Malibu Beach. The combined purchase prices on those two houses were $60 million, plus he's renovating them, doing a lot of upgrades, costing significant dough. Why would he go against his own advice, and why would anyone actually listen to him? Before diving into this, I don't know Grant on a personal level. I've talked to him a couple times. He may or may not know me. I have no idea, but we do have a lot of mutual acquaintances, and all those acquaintances have nothing but great things to say about Grant. Now let's take a closer look as to why other people might call Grant a hypocrite. Grant is always telling other people to not buy a house. We've heard this over and over again on his YouTube channel, on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Wherever you see Grant Cardone, he's always saying you should not buy a house. A house is not an asset because it's not cash flow producing. But then you look at his actual life, you see the two beach houses he has, the one in Miami, the one in Malibu, both those were over $60 million. He's got a jet, he's got a couple helicopters, some lavish cars, some crazy watches. And those items have everyone screaming hypocrite. He is saying this because it's truly the best way to create wealth for yourself. Let's dive into why Grant would go against his own advice. Grant is on a completely different level, and in fact, over the last 10 years, he's escalated to extreme heights. Not many people reach these heights, which is why he waited to buy both houses in the 2020s instead of the 2000s or mid-20 teens. He only buys things that do not cash flow, such as these houses and the helicopters and the cars, with money that comes in every single month regardless he works or not. He doesn't buy any of these things with his earned income. He buys all of them with passive income, and he will only buy, he's said this numerous times, he will only buy something that he can buy 2 times over again with that passive cash flow. The jets and the cars, well, those are over 6,500 pounds. That means he can Section 179 those items, which accelerates the depreciation on them. He can write a full jet off as long as it's used primarily for business in the year that he buys it. The same with a car, as long as it's over 6,500 pounds. My guess is that within 2 years, by the year 2025, Grant will actually purchase a new jet, sell the jet that he currently has, not because he needs a new jet, maybe because he wants one and it's kind of cool to upgrade every now and then and trade out whatever, but more from a tax advantage standpoint. He's gonna be able to sell that other jet, he'll buy the new jet and be able to write off that entire purchase of the new jet in that year, helping his tax situation. Grant simply doesn't have to take his own advice anymore. He's worked so hard over the last few decades to put himself in a cash flow rich position to be able to buy these luxurious items, and pays for it all from the investment income, the cash flow from his real estate and his businesses. All right, so lastly, you're probably asking, why would anyone ever listen to this Grant Cardone guy? Grant, over the last 10 years, has helped me get to a situation where I went from $60,000 of student loan debt to being worth over $20 million. He's given me a lot of great advice, from the free videos and the free content online to some of his paid courses to his books, and I've implemented and executed all that advice. Grant told me to go out and rent where I live so that I could save up, stack more cash, not have to worry about the roof being replaced or the appliances going out or a higher tax bill next year where I live. So I could save, as I started to make more money, I could save to get to a point where I could put it all into a 4-unit or an 8-unit or a 16-unit. And I've done that repeatedly over the years. I was 28 years old and I was still renting. I rented for nearly a decade, even though I was a millionaire, while I was renting a $1,000 a month studio apartment. I absolutely love Grant's book called The 10X Rule. It talks in there about stop being a little bitch. It talks about omnipresence. His concept, everywhere I go, there I am, essentially means that everything that happens to you happens because of you. And that type of mindset and implementing that into your life and your business can do wonders. So by taking the time to look at the big players, the Grant Cardones, the Blackstones, the KKRs of the world, and seeing what those individuals and what those companies do, and by taking some of their concepts and implementing them into your own life, into your own business, you can obviously 100x your success rate in a very short period of time. If this video sparks any questions, or you feel like leaving a comment to have a little bit more of a discussion in the comments, we want you to do that. We encourage you to do that. We'd love to be able to help you get to where you want to be. We want you to be successful. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you soon.